What's good, YouTube? It's your boy. We back again with another video. We got Legends Productions 2025 June flights 1v1 stats, record, and shot chart. Shocking. Let's check it out.
What's good, YouTube?
I don't think Flight won a single 1v1 this year.
And today I'm going to be analyzing June Flight's 1v1s. Of course, this is the 5th straight year that I've done this.
Fifth straight year?
I want to thank you guys for keeping this series alive. Just like the other videos, I'll be breaking down June Flight's game, his 1v1 record, his stats, and a shot chart with all his makes and misses.
Bad contest.
I'll be comparing
Them two other Julian Newman games.
past years to see how much he has improved. The stats in this video will shock you, so without further ado, let's get into it. First, let's talk about June Flight's overall game this year. Offensively, Flight improved tremendously at the rim. He decided to play more off 2 feet, which worked in his favor. He was way more controlled and even developed a nice step through. He got a lot of people in the air since they were all going for the block. Also, Flight had a nice setup with the hesitation that allowed him to explode and quickly gather himself at the rim. It did look like Flight gained some muscle since he was finally leaning into the contact. However, something that Flight needs to improve is his pace. At times, he plays way too fast, which results in missing his layups. He needs to know when to slow down and stop making his shots harder than they need to be. The potential and improvement are there, but it's those plays that make the difference and decide a game. Also, Flight needs to stop being too predictable. There were many instances where the defense already knew what he was going to do before he even did it. That's when the basketball IQ comes in. He needs to adjust just like the defense is doing and learn how to counter his shots. Now, when it came to his jump shot, Flight was very inconsistent. At times, he showed glimpses of a proper form, but then he will go on rough
and then throw some shit up like that.
When he played Kenny, Flight started the game 3-4.
He was shooting nice against Kenny.
Looked great, and he had the right shooting motion. However, due to his poor stamina, he missed the next 4 consecutive
Damn.
These shots were all rushed and some even way too far. Flight needs to start relying so heavily on his 3. Later in the shot chart, you're gonna notice that a good majority of Flight's misses were deep 3s. That type of shot selection cost him a very winnable game against Kenny. At some point, Flight just needs to lay off the dud pad. You saw how much it affected Cash, so if Flight can just lock it down, he's going to have the energy to win games. That's also going to prevent more air balls, as in this June, Flight averaged roughly an air ball per game. It's the things that are going to make the difference between
at least he didn't average 1 per game.
Lastly,
that's not bad.
Defense. Just like his offense, there were signs of him actually using his size. However, he did have a hard time contesting jumpers. He plays way too far back, and by the time he puts his hands up, he's way too late. Also, he gets blown by way too easily. Guys like Julian Newman had a field day against Flight, and it all starts with his defensive stance. He's literally standing up in defense, and for the millionth time, stop doing this football move. It's never worked. On the wrong side of the highlight.
Flight definitely gonna say something about that.
With your back turn, this was probably Flight's worst attribute this June, and it all ties to stamina. Once Flight can improve that, he's going to finish games stronger. Now, with all that being said, let's talk about June Flight's 1v1 record and stats from this year. In June of 2025, Flight played a total of 7 1v1 and I'm going to count all of them. This includes all 3 games.
Yeah, I was about to say, count all of those. And you know Flight gonna say those don't count because it's not on your channel. No, them shits count. I don't know, them shits count.
Keep in mind, Flight didn't win a single game this June and had a record of 0-7.
Damn!
Losses came against Julian Newman 3 times, Jeffrey Bowie, Kenny Shaw, Adrian Harden, and Cash Nasty. His worst overall game was easily against Julian Newman in the first game they played. In that game, Flight got skunked 13-0 and shot.
You gonna say that shit don't count?
Flight losing every game, he still had some decent shooting performances. His best game style-wise was against Julian Newman in the 3rd game they played. Flight shot
so his worst game is against Julian and his best game is against Julian.
Now, if you want to see the rest of his stats from the other games, it is on the screen.
Oh, let's look at this. Alright, we got Julian Newman, game 1, 0 for 4. Then he shoot a 3, 0%. Game 2, 3 for 6. 1 for 2 from 3. 50%. 4, 1 bucket was cut out. Okay. Game 3, 8 for 15. 1 for 4 from 3. 53%, 25% from 3. Jeffrey, he shot 9 for 25. Damn. 2 for 9 from 3. That's 36 and 22%. Kenny, 5 for 17. He was showing good, but then just missed the next 4. 29, 38%. DeAndre, 3 for 20. Damn. 1 for 10, 15, 10%. Cash, 7 for 25. 0 for 7 from 3. Damn.
Right now, and feel free to pause the video if you want to see it. Anyways, to conclude this section of the video, Flight had a June record of 0-7, and
Damn.
when we combine this with his all-time record,
What's his all-time
Flight
record?
is now 24 and 100.
Oh my gosh. I didn't know it was that bad. He might reach 200 losses before he reached 50 wins. Oh my gosh, Flight.
28. Just to give you guys a quick rundown, Flight was 23 and 112 by the end of last June. He also lost to Jesser, Zach TTG, Dino B. Balling, Ray Twice, Drake TJ, Silky, Jason DeWeen, and DDG this year. He only got 1 win since then, as he beat possibly the worst Hooper I've ever seen. 9 losses.
That's the only person you want. You should have beat Jason. You should have beat Silky. Both of them not that nice at hooping. DDG you should have beat. He's a shooter, I give him that. But if you stop that, he's not doing nothing.
As well as the 7 from this June, make the 23 and 112 record go up to 24
Damn.
and 28. I don't even know what to say at this point.
Hey, fun fact. This is my first ever video I reacted to.
Now let's talk about June Flight's 1v1 stats from this year. In the 7 games that I researched, Flight attempted a total of 112 shots from the field and made 35 of them.
I stepped.
Celebrate summer festivities and savings during the 4th of July event at Living
Legends,
Spaces.
what the
Get
fuck?
unbelievable deals for your
Don't mean
return home.
throwing an ad at me?
And enjoy-
Which results in a 31 total field goal percentage from 3
31?
attempted.
I think it has not gotten better.
Which results in a 23-point field goal percentage. Now let's take a look at June Flight's shot chart of the
Oh my gosh.
compared to the previous years. There are
Oh my, this is damn. This dude Flight be taking a lot of long threes.
as many shots attempted, but it's still worth breaking down. As you see, Flight was pretty efficient.
Alright, he was
This
pretty
shot
efficient
clock,
right in the
this
paint
is
right
where
there.
Most of those 2-foot finishes came from. However, like I said earlier, Flight shot way too many deep threes. Yes, he made some, but the percentages showed that he wasn't consistent. And last but not least, Flight shot terribly in both corners.
Hey, bro, cannot shoot. That voice crack though. Bro cannot shoot in the corner.
If Flight can just develop some type of mid-range game, he's going
Flight, you need to get in the lab with lethal shooter.
That being
Get your
said,
jumper
let's
right.
compare this June Flight to 2024 first. As you see,
Hey,
Flight's
he gotten better.
went
You can
up
see it.
6% and his 3 went
He might have
up
shot more field goals at 10, but he gotten better.
Still a lot more work to do, but it's still improvement.
Exactly.
Now, in comparison to the other years, this
Comparison to the other year. Damn, this really been 5 years of June, bro. Damn. I say 2025 the best June we've gotten. I'm not gonna lie. Either that, 2020 June, that was something special. That was something special.
stands stands out as the most efficient one.
Yeah.
2023 is close to the 3-point percentage, but 2025 has a better total field goal percentage. Obviously, the sample size was smaller and with no wins to back it up, but that's what Flight was able to provide this June. Apparently, he had a quote-unquote grade 1 calf strain.
Hey guys, now this part right here is where I suffered a devastating injury, my first time having a grade 1 calf strain. Per doctors, they said I should lay off of it about 1 to 3 weeks, but hey, it's June!
So hopefully Flight can heal.
And then bro gonna hold. Nah, I'm not. This dude was holding his knee in Cash Nasty's 1v1 and said, I have a grade 1 calf. You see me holding my grade 1 calf strain? He was holding your knee.
And that pretty much concludes this video. Now we know how 2025 June Flight performed in comparison to previous years. His finishing definitely improved, but his
Fact.
shot and defense need to be better. Flight finished
What the
this
fuck
June
was-
averaging 6 points per game while shooting
6 points per
31%
game?
from
Okay.
the field and 20% from 3. But what do you guys think? What are your thoughts on June Flight this year? What overall will you give him? Let me know your thoughts down
I give him a smooth 82. Smooth 82.
in the comments.
80-82.
Also, let me know if you guys want me to run back the ones with Flight and also play Cash.
Wait, what?
I know a lot of you have
What'd you say,
guys
Legends?
want me to run with him. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Also, let me know if you guys want me to run back the ones with Flight and also play Cash. I know a lot of you have been asking for the ones, so let me know. I hope everyone has
Shit! I'll watch that. I'll watch that. What the fuck? Let me see what you got and see if you can drop them off.
a day. Peace out.
And that's the end of the video. Flight had definitely improved. Definitely. This might be his best June so far. Yeah. That's the end of the video. If you enjoyed, make sure you like, subscribe, turn on post notifications so you don't miss a vid, man. And I'm out.